I'm your host, the one and only King Kansas, here on YouTube land to bring you another movie review. As you guys know, I've been doing a lot of comic book stuff, so I'm kind of slowly transitioning out of that. I start watching movies in bunches, guys, so I apologize. It's not just comic books here or superhero films. You know, I do everything, so like I said, slowly transitioning out of it. I'm going into a little bit of, well, the first movie that I've decided that I'm going to bring to your attention and do a movie review on is a little movie starring Henry Cavill before he became, I guess, well known for one little small role, Superman. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Immortals. This movie came out in 2011. It stars, it's a big cast, right? Like always, guys, when I do my movie reviews, you know there's a non-spoiler portion. Might be a little short and sweet, but that's so just in case you guys decide you haven't seen the movie yet that you're going to check it out. I don't ruin it for you. And of course later, post that spoiler indicator on the screen so I don't completely ruin it for you if you guys do decide to listen to the King like you should and watch the damn movies that I suggest or do reviews on. So these are some of my personal favorites that I'm checking out, so I'll bring it to your attention if you guys haven't seen it. So anyways, I rambled long enough. So anyways, Immortals. These are the actors that are in it, guys. It stars Stephen Dorff, John Hurt, who plays Zeus on Earth, Henry Cavill, he plays Theseus, Freida Pinto, the Oracle, she played in Slumdog Millionaire. If you don't know who I'm talking about, see that movie too. She plays Phaedra. Joseph Morgan, who plays Lysander, he's the traitor. There's always a traitor that goes to the bad guy's side to inform him and rat him out pretty much, and that's who he is. Killian Lotz, Poseidon, he also played Hercules, and you also know he was in a series of little teeny bopper movies like you want to call Twilight. You'll know exactly when I mean that, but he also played Hercules in another film that I may or may not cover. We'll see, because it's not one of my favorite ones. Steve Beyers was his Heracles. There's Corey Sievers, he plays Apollo. Daniel Sharman, who plays Ares. Peter Sebbins, who plays Helios. Mickey Rourke plays the bad guy in this film, King Hyperion. Luke Evans, yes, same guy from Beauty and the Beast, Gaston. He actually plays Zeus, and he does a damn good job of it. And of course, Isabel Lucas, if you don't know who that is, she plays Athena. She was in a little film called Transformers, I believe, female transformer that was going, hitting on Shia to get information and stuff. Well, she's in it, she plays Athena, and she looked pretty good. So that's the cast, guys. Phenomenal cast. Everybody did an amazing job. Me being Greek and it being my background, I think this is one of my favorite portrayals of the gods. They're a little younger, which is great because they're always these old farts that are fighting. These guys are a little bit younger. I would say maybe mid-20s to early 30s. Even Zeus was a little bit on the younger side, but it worked for this film. It was believable because they had some kick-butt fight scenes like you haven't seen before. Just imagine a little bit of The Matrix, but with Greek gods. I'm just going to leave it at that so I don't spoil it completely. Amazing story of Theseus. If you're not a big fan or if you're into Greek mythology and you want to learn, this is a cool take. I don't think it's completely historical, but it took historical facts and put it there. The plot from the beginning to the end, amazing. Shot, phenomenal. Fight scenes, amazing. Dialogue is great. All the actors brought it, in my opinion. Not boring at all. It's only like an hour and 40 minutes, so if you guys didn't want to spend a whole afternoon watching a movie that's pretty damn cool, this is the movie to do it. If you're a big fan of 300, you'll probably like this 100%. You might even like it better, who knows. But overall, I highly recommend you watch this. I don't want to say too much, but it's amazing how all the characters and all the pieces of the puzzle fit together. How they have the Greek gods and, their reasoning for not getting involved or getting involved. For Theseus, Henry Cavill's character, what happens to him. A lot of emotional roller coaster rides in here, but it's meaningful. And everything, death scenes, you name it, whatever it is, there's a reason behind everything. The Minotaur, I'll just leave it at that. So, okay, highly recommend it. Go check it out. Now, spoilers, put that spoiler alert on the side of the screen. Wow. When I first saw this movie back in 2011, like this is even before Henry Cavill became a household name as Superman. It was like 2-3 years before. 2011 is when it came out. I got my eyes on, feasted my eyes on it, and I'll tell you right now, guys, I lost my mind. It was the first time, me being Greek heritage, Spartan and all that cool stuff, that I actually was really invested in it. Different take on the gods. Usually we get the gods in movies portrayed of old people, wise, and all this crap, and almighty. They're more modernized and younger. They're like, I would say, mid-20s to 30s. The actors who portrayed them, perfectly for that role. The way they were showing them with the gold color skews, background sceneries, fight scenes. Holy crap, is it amazing. When the gods, well, I'll skip in too far ahead. Henry Cavill as Theseus, amazing. Actors, I'll tell you some of the actors that were involved, guys. Let me get my list here because I don't want to forget anybody. Well, anyways, big ones that you guys will know is Stephen Dorff from Blade, villain there. He plays Sievers. He's like a thief, kind of Theseus, right-hand man. I guess he becomes him. John Hurt plays Zeus, older version on Earth that trains Theseus without him knowing it's him. Henry Cavill plays Theseus. Freida Pinto, she plays the Oracle Phaedra, the one who he kind of falls in love with and then has a kid with later, which continues the story. So if they ever did an Immortals 2, they could have done something because there's a battle above the earth. But anyway, so we'll leave it at that. Who else? There's Joseph Morgan. He plays Lysan. He's the traitor. Like all Greek tragedies, there's a guy who kind of like turns against the rest to go help the villain. So he's the traitor. Killian Lotz, Poseidon. He's from the Twilight. So if you don't know who that is, I think you better go hide somewhere else. Who else is there? There's Mickey Rourke. He plays King Hyperion. He is the villain, the baddie of this film. He is the evil king ruler who wants to take over all of Greece and instill his will on people. And that's the scumbag that ends up killing Theseus' mother right in front of his eyes. That was holy shit moment. I would have lost my shit myself. Luke Evans, yes, he plays Zeus, and he is also Gaston from the new live-action Beauty and the Beast film that came out. Amazing choice to portray Zeus. And Isabel Lucas, she plays Athena. If you don't know who that is, she played the Terminatrix, I want to call it. The female transformer that was kind of hidden on Shia in Revenge of the Fallen. You'll know exactly the whole tongue. Disgusting. She plays Athena. So that's pretty much it. It came out in November 2011 from Fox, or 20th Century Fox. Only an hour and 40 minutes long, which was amazing. So anyways, whatever. That's the cast. Everybody who was portraying thing, amazing. The gist of it is that the gods couldn't interfere with what was going down with all this shit with the king there. So they had to stay out of it until the Titans were released. That's the rule. If the Titans got released, then they got involved, and boy, did they got involved later on. Apparently, Hyperion was after this bow and arrow kind of thing that that the gods used so he can free him, kind of shit. And Theseus discovers it after fighting the Minotaur. That was a cool part. Scenery is fabulous. I love the lore. I love the story. I love how they tweaked it here and there. I don't know if it's exactly according to Greek mythology, but it made it interesting that you, me, or whoever else is not too familiar will jump in. The fight scenes for the gods, when they actually landed and fight, holy shit, the special effects, the gold color armor to distinguish them from the Titans and everybody else, amazing. Matrix-esque battle scenes, slowing down, fighting, even with Henry Cavill's character. I'm telling you, it was well done from beginning to I'm getting goosebumps from the thing. Like I said, it's probably the best portrayal I've seen of the gods portrayed in any movies that I've seen personally. Amazing. And it's a younger take too, so it's believable. It's not like old farts trying to beat up other people. It's like, that's not happening. But they made it kick butt. Let's just say that, right? If you like 300, you're going to love this. But storyline's amazing. Basic, bad guy goes through something bad, doesn't believe that he doesn't believe in God, then he ends up believing gods and fights with them to take down the baddie. But very simple. An hour and 40 minutes. That's all you need. But from beginning to end, action-packed story. There's a nice flow to it. All the actors bring it. From Stephen Dorff to Henry Cavill himself. If you don't believe Henry Cavill as Theseus, you won't buy it. But the way they've done, it's amazing. Even the fight scenes with the Minotaur that he ends up decapitating him. my God, from the, you know, bloody scenes, what Hyperion does to the, oh my God, the spy calls him a coward, and yeah, he does a little number down on the trunk there. He kind of like takes a hammer there and really marks him. Let's just say that, so he can't have any kids. It's amazing how what the beliefs and stuff like that. But it was an excellent translation from Greek mythology, maybe putting a little bit of a spin and throwing it out there. But overall, I love the damn thing, you know. And it's from the producers from 300. So if that helps you any more, like it even more, or for me to sell it for you, there you go. But there, I highly recommend you checking this out. So anyways, guys, leave your comments in the comment section below. Did you watch this movie? Do you know what the hell I'm talking about? Is it something new? Are you going to check it out? If you do check it out, come back and leave comments in the comment section. I'd love to read your feedback on some of my favorite movies right here on the Movie Throne. You know, give me your little mini review. I'll be more than glad to read, and I'll even respond. You know me. Want to build community? Check out my other videos. Like I always tell you guys, give me some suggestions too, guys, because there might be a few movies that I haven't seen, but eventually I will get as many as I can in to you guys. I'll do this as long as I can, because, you know, there's a little podcast coming your way soon. Let's just say that. But like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Stay tuned for the weeks to come. There will be more movies like this coming your way next 2-3 days. I'm going to try and maybe drop 2 today. If not, you might get one on Saturday and then one again on Monday or something like that. We'll see. You know me. I'll drop videos weekly. So stay tuned to the Movie Throne. Like, share, subscribe. Tell people everywhere about the channel. I appreciate the 42 subscribers who've been following me since day one. Appreciate it. Let's try and get it higher. More people, the more better for everyone. So anyways, until then, stay off the King's throne. Watch Immortals starring Henry Cavill. You're going to enjoy it, and you might even thank me for it. So until then, be the hell good.